Yeah. Oh, okay. When they keep pushing in on her screaming, and it's like, why are we watching this for the millionth time?
For about 60 seconds.
Yeah, it's like, this doesn't make any sense. And you're like, oh, then you watch the making of, like, well, yeah. And I love how they had to have the zombie, like, stop and then continue and stop. And he's just like, no, because they were trying to build the pyramid because they accidentally knocked over
the crane shot.
It's just so funny. It's like, yeah, that's the, and then to move around, not seeing the pyramid of people instead of the crane, they just kind of push down, tilt down on her shoes, and then they go back up. And you're like, what? It worked.
And a lot of the stuff on this set, I think I've dealt with. The bad back. So the cameraman going through this drops with a bad back. And then the AC picks up the camera. Then she starts doing all the
zooming in and out.
And like, that's so cheesy. I love it.
Yeah.
And I remember during the movie, when they first meet and she's pitching to the cameraman, zooms, big time zooms. He's like, no, that's stupid. Like, you don't know what you're doing.
Like, no, they're so cool.
And then she gets a hold of it and just starts doing all the zooms. It's just
goofy and funny, and it works for the movie.
Yeah, right? So this movie had, I think the fine-tuning of the rehearsal over the months really perfected it. But it just has a certain charm to it that is lacking, I think, in a lot of movies. Would you say?
Yeah, I mean, you have to have movies like this that balance out everything else. But yeah, definitely you could feel the heart into the film. You can tell that all the actors and the director, producers, they all put their heart into it, which is really interesting.
So
I thought also the producer of this did visual effects on the Back to the Future, the ride.
Interesting.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
He's arguably the person who has the most. Oh no, sorry, the cinematographer Takashi Sone, I believe is how you say his name. Mm-hmm. He actually won an award for this movie for the best cinematography from the Japanese Academy. For this movie.
If you think about
it, he has probably the most credits out of anybody. He directed 24 films and he did cinematography on over 102.
Wow.
Isn't that nuts?
Great cinematographer.
It's great.
I mean, you watch this. So you want to talk about the first 37 minutes, I guess, the actual zombie film?
Let's talk about that. The way it opens up, you feel like you're watching just another cheesy zombie film. The girl's being attacked. I think it's supposed to be her boyfriend or something. She's like, no, how could you? And she has the act overacting, and then they like cut, and then the director comes, who's played by was it Takayuki?
Yeah.
He comes out and he's just like, no, what's wrong? He's screaming at everybody, obviously being like an angry director, overstressed, and his actors are stupid, at least in his eyes, and they just don't know what to do. So then they split parts, and then you have the makeup artist breaks everyone up, and then the two actors, the one playing the zombie, the one playing the girl, and the makeup artist all go upstairs, and then they start talking about their day-to-day lives.
Yeah, and the water filtration plant.
Great location. Yeah, that was a real abandoned place. So they could have they could have caused some serious damage to themselves. They have slipped into. I looked it up because I looked up where did they find this building at, and I looked it up and it said an abandoned building in Mito, Japan. And I was like, I looked it up. And it's literally just an abandoned building. They probably dealt with a lot of rats.
It's going to be popular now, though. I bet people are going to go there.
I'm sure a lot of people have visited that. Just fans of the movie probably went to go visit and take pictures, but it's a legit place. I thought maybe it had to do with the school, but it didn't.
That's another great instance of finding a good location, though, because you find an abandoned place and shoot in it. It looks really, really nice.
Yeah, of course. And you can use it as a backstory for anything. I did it for my Christmas short. That was a real abandoned mansion. Of course, you come into problems with that whenever it's, you don't know what bugs you're going to find, animals, anything. Or if there's going to be somebody squatting in there. Who knows?
Someone yelling palm.
Yeah, someone just screaming palm at you, and then you see a zombie attack, kicking somebody in the face.
When she does those kicks.
That was so damn... back to the actual story of the 37-minute zombie film. It's just... It's fun to see how then when they yell cut and then you see the sound guy who's going in and out, and we continue in his story, and then you see the first AD going to have a smoke, and then he sees I don't know what his role is supposed to be.
He was the cameraman.
He was the cameraman. Okay.
Second cameraman.
Interesting story. He was actually drunk when he did that. I read that they said he didn't feel like his character, he wanted to go full into it. So he's like, if I'm going to be an alcoholic, I'm actually going to be drunk while we're shooting this. And you could tell some parts he's acting, but other parts I'm like, dang, that guy really is drunk.
His zombie movements were hilarious.
Amazing. Like, ow.
What? Like he was doing.
He said, because the little things, it's like, oh shit, go out there, go to your mark. He's like, ah, and just puts his hands in the air, and then she just runs. The palm lady runs up, kicks him in the chest,
and then she kicks the poor one-armed guy. But so they're talking, and then something happens where they can't bring in the zombies soon enough, right? Because he's drunk.
Yeah,
so
he passed out drunk. They're trying to find a body part, and there he is, passed out in the body.
So then they have to improvise just by doing the palm thing.
Of course.
Talking about all that. But then I love when the one-arm guy gets thrown in.
Yeah. In the movie.
He gets spit in the face.
He vomits on him, and he doesn't realize, like, he doesn't break character. In the 37-minute version, the first half of the movie, he gets vomited on. He just goes with it, and then he rips his arm off, and he becomes a zombie. Well, we find out behind the scenes, he really does vomit on him, and he's like, ah, what is this? Oh my God! Like, do you have a wipe? He's like, wipe my face, wipe my face, wipe my face. Oh my God, this is disgusting. Ah! It's like some drunk guy just rolled up to me and vomited.
And then the drunk guy comes back in and vomits on the other actress.
And they're freaking out too because
her agent said, her agents, right? Said no
vomit.
Yeah.
They said, she's like, I'm okay with it, but you can't actually vomit on me. And then the director says, we'll work around it. Like, it's not real vomit. It's just gonna be fake vomit. And then the producers say, no vomit. Great. We'll bring you in anyway. She's like, okay, cool. And then she actually, the guy is so drunk, he just barfs right on her.
He rallies too, doesn't he?
Oh, he gets on to it. But to the first half of this movie, we continue with the actors that they're in a real zombie attack. We find out that the director may or may not have done a blood oath to resurrect the dead, as explained to us by the palm lady, saying that she's only heard folklore that you can do a blood oath and create the resurrection of the dead. So we don't find out till the very end of it that he did do that, causing the actress of this to wreak havoc and kill everyone.
She at the end she just goes crazy, right?
And she kills the director.
Is that because of the curse? The curse brings the zombies, and she goes nuts and just stands in that, showing what the director did?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think that she was just so angry that she probably realized that she could kill him and get away with it.
Oh, because he set the curse off.
Yeah, he set the curse off, and he's just like, yes, this is a real filmmaking. And
holy
she's just like,
shit.
Yeah. He's like, that's the face I want. She's like, oh, F this. And she just takes the axe and kills him. I love that shot too. But anyways, that's, he did the blood oath so that they could then, resurrect the zombies. I'm assuming he did that because he wanted to have realism. And then end of movie.
Did he kill a guy and then that guy got resurrected as a zombie?
I think they never really talk about the blood oath because after the third time I watched it, they never really discuss it. She only says, I've only heard about this.
So do you think maybe he killed the camera guy, the drunk camera guy, and then did the oath because he's the first zombie?
I believe that.
Right?
Now, that is a theory I will get behind because he's the first one. We don't know what really happened to him to become the zombie, so he probably sacrificed him to then do the blood oath. Bam.
Then he's running around chomping on people, and actually he's blowing chunks.
He's blowing chunks, rips a guy's arm off, bam.
And then the armless guy, I love the chase scene with the armless guy.
Yeah, he's like,
and then he lands on it, then they like, oh, his arm is trapped behind his back. Like, that's amazing. And then they realize his arm is actually gone. And then he just starts chasing everybody around. But I love when the drunk camera, the first zombie runs in, and the sound guy pushes him away with his boom mic.
Yeah, which would probably never happen on
never.
the film set. They would be like, whoa, what are you doing?
Yeah, that's expensive.
Yeah, that's like $10,000 right there. It ain't happening.
His nice Rode speaker. But I love, but then the kid, so then everyone gets pushed out. It's the director, the two actors, the makeup lady, and the sound guy. But what we don't know is that the sound guy has to cramp because he had the soft water. So when he runs out, though, I took that as, you know how many people in horror movies like, I can't do this anymore. Then they just run away.
Yeah, that's how I interpreted that too. It never crossed my mind they had to take a dump.
So then he runs out and you just start hearing screaming. And it's just him. It's just him having to take a crap. And people are trying to drag him back.
They're trying to push him back in. He's like, Jesus. They're putting makeup on him as he's taking his shit. He's like, get the damn thing off of me.
And you hear him screaming, but it's just people hugging him so he can't poop. Like, what's going on with you? What's happening? It's happening. What? Poop. So then he starts crapping. Then they turn him into a zombie while he's pooping. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, then he runs back in and gets pushed out. Man, I love this opening zombie scene. And then the rest is just people running. Oh, they go to the car.
They go to the car, try to drive off.
Action!
Yeah. Yeah, I love how the director just keeps running up and screaming, action! Because he's really trying to make a real zombie film. And he's loving the real terror, so.
I love when they go to the car when the camera guy's back goes out. And so you don't see it at first. You just see a camera on the ground. And the poor actress, she's fighting a zombie for what feels like minutes.
Yeah.
Right? They're just like wrestling around because she has to. And then eventually the assistant camera person picks, we don't know this yet.
Yeah,
but then the camera work completely changes during the chase scene.
From what I read, he actually did fall. That's the reason why they put that in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because he was like, he slipped and fell. He didn't throw his back out, thank God. But he really did slip and fall. And they were like, well, we'll just do that. Because the director liked it.
What do you think the sound mixing was in this?
That would have been pretty... That would have been pretty difficult to do because, I mean, you see that in the credits, you actually see the behind the scenes of it. But chasing them around with a boom mic and, the sound mixing, I would think they probably had recorded several times for it to be at least somewhat fluent.
Yeah.
But they didn't. Did they lav anyone? Because you would have been able to notice.
I didn't see any lav.
I think it would have been smarter to do that as opposed to chasing them with a boom. But then again, who am I to judge?
I mean, there were no lavs.
No, there wasn't.
Because it would have been
smarter. It would have been smarter to do that because it wouldn't have mattered if you saw him anyways.
Because that actress, she couldn't have had a lav on her.
No, you would have seen it.
So
definitely,
they must have boomed the whole thing.
Yeah, man, that's nuts. That's even harder. Let's talk about that. How hard that is to chase them and then keeping the boom out of the shot and the shadows. Because there was a lot of there was a lot of shots where, especially when you see the camera go down the stairs and then go back up the stairs. And it's staying on our heroes while they're walking over to the other side of the water treatment plant. They think about how they would have shot that, especially with the boom guy. He would have had to have been, or I think it was he or she would have had to have been good 30 feet away almost.
And you'd have to have a sound guard, like something to put over it.
Oh, absolutely, yeah, you would have to.
So because while you're running, you could easily pick up sounds. You don't get much of that.
No, you only get the sound from the camera guy.
So it's a good sound mix.
Yeah, it's great. Great sound.
So, I mean, that's another thing, though, that you can, if the director did this and edited it, that's another thing you could do for free.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean...
And even if it didn't come out right, it wouldn't have mattered anyways, but it did come out.
Yeah.
I think so.
I would have loved to have been on set just to watch this making of, or at least just one of them.
Yeah,
right,
I think it would.
Shadows.
I think in general it probably would have been a gigantic pain in the ass, but it does look like he found a group of people that were really dedicated.
What are you talking about? It's super easy. Let's go get drinks.
Yeah, right. Who wants to have a drink? This sounds like, look, nothing happened. Nothing bad happened.
So then the actor, she runs away. She's limping the whole time. But then I love the camera person falls down again. Camera person gets up. They run into some tunnel, and then the actor comes back, saves her. Right? And then they go upstairs where they battle Pom Mom.
Yeah. Who snapped. Remember they say, the one actor says, you need to remain calm. She's like, I am calm.
Oh yeah.
Dead calm.
Yeah. That was scary.
Yeah. Cause you knew something was not right.
Yeah. So
they were, all the actors were thinking, holy crap. Like she's clearly not, going off of the script anymore.
Oh, Pom Mom got a hold of, Pom Mom wanted to kill the actress because she had a cut on her leg, a bite on her leg.
Yeah.
And then she ripped it off. Who stuck that on her? Who put that rip on her? I
think somebody accidentally slapped it on her.
That's interesting. Maybe they did it for the movie and it accidentally fell on her. I never got that part, but I thought it was pretty funny.
Could be.
And then she goes, "Oh, an axe. I'll use it."
I love that. Whenever they're just pick up the axe outside. You just see they did her makeup for the zombie legs, and then the PA walks in and she has the cue card that says, there is pick up the axe outside.
I'll use it. Why not?
Here's an axe. Why not?
Oh, that made me so happy.
Great.
And then she ends up killing everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. She takes everyone out.
Chops off heads.
Except for the camera guy who lives.
Yeah.
To record the movie.
Whoa.
See?
Hey now. Always be the camera guy.
Yeah.
Just don't bust your back.
Save his bet. Dude, that's how the guy in Wreck. He was the last one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right.
He was. He was the last guy. He was the one who even beat a zombie to death with his camera.
Wow. We need to throw some cameraman props.
Yeah, right?
But yeah, I mean...
No one wants to destroy the camera guy.
These 37 minutes, I think they get better in hindsight, but the first time around was a lot of fun for me as well. I just really enjoyed it. Obviously, we know it wasn't supposed to be good, and we know there's mistakes in it.
Yeah, to me, I thought it was an average student film I was watching. I didn't realize it was going to be what it is.
Average student film?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a lot of student films. That's kind of how they look.
They're about as good as this one?
I mean, no, I mean the 37 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Not the rest of it. No, yeah. Student films in general. I mean, usually it's someone hangs themselves or something and they, very.
They go very glum.
They do because they want a lot of students want to show how dark and everything they can become. And it's like,
I starred in a student film about
I've shot a few.
A man who he's an older guy, moves back in with his son and wife and kid, and then he's just not doing much with his life, and I'm the jerky son who's like, oh, why is my dad in his house?